Most statistics say that if you don't have a business plan, your business will fail. Most companies use the 5-year benchmark as a measuring stick. If you can make it past 5 years, then you made it. But have you made it, or are you just stuck working for yourself and not growing your business to its full potential? The main goal of owning your own business is not about working for yourself. It's about working hard and smart every day to take the next step to time and financial freedom. Before we get started, don't forget to follow us. And if you are on YouTube, subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so that you can be notified every time we go live. A business plan helps you achieve your goals. More importantly, it can provide direction during the times you are not sure where you're heading. Trust me, you will find yourself there one day. Before we get started with the business plan topics, let's talk about effort versus strategy. See, most entrepreneurs go out of business because of lack of effort, not lack of money or lack of strategy. We have been sold the idea that we can travel the world and work from our laptops. And this can be done. But in reality, if you want to build a successful business that is continuously growing, you have to put in the work for many, many years. When we started Ayugo, my co-founders and I had a few lengthy conversations about how we wanted to solve the problems we saw in the tax preparation industry. There are 4 or 5 other DIY applications out there in the market, so developing one more solution that did the same thing didn't seem like a good idea. So we spent time over the next few months to focus really on understanding the following things, and you should do the same. Number 1, what's our company vision? What problems are we trying to solve? What will drive us to keep striving for more in the long term? For example, at Ayugo, we learned that taxpayers are spending 2 to 4 hours and hundreds of dollars filing their taxes, but we knew that tax preparation was not our long-term vision. We wanted to tackle industries that were made complicated in an effort to charge customers more money. Our vision became to build solutions that make complicated tasks ridiculously simple, accurate, and affordable. Also, vision is the reason why you are doing what you're doing. Your vision will keep you focused, but most importantly, it will keep you motivated. If you start a business just because you hate your job or you just want to get rich, trust me, you will fail. Number 2, your objectives. Short-term objectives are required steps to reach a long-term goal. Conquering your short-term objectives will provide a direction on how to approach your mid and long-term plans. Our short-term objective was to attract 4,000 tax customers to file their tax returns in our first tax season. Your mid-term objectives are goals that you can accomplish in 3 to 5 years. Our midterm objective at Ayugo is to expand to all 50 states by 2022. The long-term objectives are goals that take 10 plus years to accomplish. A good example is our goal to have a suite of financial solutions that integrate with each other so that the customer can manage all of their financial needs from one location. Number 3, you gotta have a unique proposition. Why should your customer buy from you? Most importantly, why should they stay loyal to you? What problem are you solving? Are you just one of a million selling the same service or product? What is Ayugo's value proposition? Why should a customer choose us over TurboTax or their local tax preparer? It's simple. Ayugo Tax allows most taxpayers to file their taxes in 10 minutes or less. Number 4, target market. Research your customer and your market. Is there a demand for your product or service? What are your customers' buying habits? Is this a seasonal product or service? What does the competition look like? And don't be afraid of competition. Competition creates opportunity. During our market research, we found that 80 plus million taxpayers still use a tax preparer, not a CPA. But also found that even though they are tech savvy, they refuse to use do-it-yourself software because it's scary, time-consuming, and expensive. Number 5, marketing strategy. How are you going to get your product out there to customers? What will be your marketing cost? What will you charge for your product or service? What is your projected revenue? We knew we were new, so we started preparing 7 months before tax season started. We established our brand via social media, local meetings, and prominent groups like the local Teachers Association. And number 6, the most important one, execution. Without execution, nothing matters. Now let's talk about the business plan. Before you write a business plan, think about who are you writing it for and why are you writing it. If the plan is for yourself, you can keep it simple. Include things like market analysis, strategy, implementation details, and of course, a financial plan. If you're writing it to attract partners or investors, you will need to detail your plan to succeed and make your investors rich. Ayugo's purpose for a business plan was to attract investors, so therefore ours was extensive and it took a lot of time to prepare. To give you a better idea of the level of detail, here's a guideline from our business plan. Include the overview, which is your executive or company summary. You also have to talk about your products and services. What are you selling and what's the price? Include your market analysis, so basically who will be buying and the size of the market. One key point is the strategy and implementation plans. So basically, how are you going to turn your plans into action? How are you going to track it? And how are you going to be accountable for it? Of course, you have to include a financial plan. Things like sales forecast, expense budget, P&L statements, cash flow statements, and income projections. Writing a business plan can be a daunting task, especially if you have never done it before or numbers aren't your thing. So remember this during the process. 1. Keep it simple. Business plans should only include financial projections for one scenario, the realistic most likely outcome. Providing multiple scenarios like the break-even outcome or worst-case scenario may unintentionally indicate to your investors that you do not fully believe in your possible outcome. 2. Be realistic. While all potential investors will jump at the opportunity to invest in the next Facebook, most businesses rarely see the hockey stick growth. Investors who see unrealistic growth quickly dismiss the plan. Even though projections are mostly educated guesses, you'll establish credibility if you use numbers that are supported by realistic assumptions. If you need help writing your business plan, drop me a note below. And if you found this video helpful, share it. I'll see you next time.